Welcome back to Conversations with Riddell Jones. We have Tanisha Marie here in the house.
Hey.
Thank you so much for being here. I am excited. You're a social worker by trade, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am.
How did you start being in business for yourself? You own a company called Success Level Ventures. What is that about, and how did you get started? Like, what made you switch from that career to being your own boss?
Well, the thing is, I got fired.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I've heard so many
I got
people
fired.
say that. They got laid off. They
Fired.
and they said, you know what? This is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So
got fired.
okay. And
Yeah.
and what was your passion about? And we're going to talk a little bit about your business, but what the business that you have? How did you get that passion at wanting to help? I mean, you have the helping background, right? So how did you develop that to be a business?
Well, I always wanted to help. That's why I became a social worker. Right? I felt like, you know what, I can help people to be able to, I guess, achieve their goals. But social work is too much pressure, right? So I couldn't flourish. I feel like, I'm very ambitious. I'm very, motivated. So I couldn't really live out the way that I wanted to because it was just too much. So my cousin, I got fired, and my cousin introduced me, and I always give her credit for it because she introduced me to a business. She said, take a look at this.
Right.
I was living in the basement with my husband and my kids, and she said, take a look at this. So I ain't got nothing. I'm on unemployment. I'm like, listen, all right, cool.
Give it a try.
Yeah, I looked at it. And I watched the video, and she was like, "Listen, come to the convention." I went to the convention, and I fell in love with it because I saw people look like me that was winning, and I was like, "Well, if they can do this,
that's right.
I just need to know the secret."
Right.
I just need to know the secret. I just need to know what they're doing and find out what they're doing. But of course, with business, you have to understand how business works. It's not applying for a job and you put effort in,
it's very
you get a check. Business, you don't get no results, you ain't get no money.
That's right.
So I had to understand that.
So true.
So it took me about 3 years to understand business, just understanding it.
I love that you said that because that's such a. I mean, it's something simple to really just say and not really understand it.
Right.
But like you said, you go to work, you get that check. So you put in some jobs, you can put in whatever effort you want and still get that check.
Right, of course.
But when you're in business for yourself, you are constantly trying on that grind, basically,
of course, Of course. You have to.
You have to be.
Yeah.
So I read in your bio that you've come across some challenges in life, and I think it's always important for people to share how they are able or how they were able to overcome some challenges. So how were you able to do that to be the success that you are?
Well, it takes a lot of persistence, right? And it also takes a lot of will. You have to want this bad. Like Eric Thomas says, you gotta want as bad as you want to breathe. You gotta really want this, right? And then you can't let the negative Nancy's talk in your ear. You got to literally X those people out of your life completely.
I've been hearing that a lot too.
Like you can't say, "Oh, I'm going to be this most positive person, but let me talk to Sherry over here who's next." You can't. You got to literally X everybody who is not for you out of your life until you feel like, okay, well, I'm here now. Let me call them. Kind of thing. When you got your mind, I'm telling you, mind's a terrible thing to waste. You got to get this together.
Let me ask you a question about that, cutting people out of your life. Because I've heard all this, like the beginning of the year, I've heard so many people say that. Get the negative people out of your life.
Right.
How do you do that?
Well, I mean, you got to...
Because that's not easy.
It's not. I mean, what if your mother's the negative person? What if your wife's the negative person?
Right. What do you do?
Right. Again, you have to distance yourself. You have to limit conversations. You have to limit being around it. Because remember, energy is no joke.
Right.
Okay, you could be happy. Oh, I'm so happy today. Then you get around a whole bunch of negative people. You're like, oh my God.
Brings you right down.
I feel so dead.
Right.
So you gotta limit that stuff. So this is what I had to do. I had to limit that stuff and then be around the successful people.
Yeah.
So they was able to pull me up.
Right.
So really that's how I overcame a lot. I really had to boss up and say, if I'm gonna do this, this is what's required.
Right.
If I keep hanging around losers,
guess what?
You lose.
That's right. That's
how it works.
So tell me about Success Level Ventures. What is Success Level Ventures?
Right. So I have an online school. So I have a passion. I love to teach. I feel like I can help people, right? Like I told you. So I always wanted to be a teacher, failed the test 8 times, so I gave up. I said, you know what, this teaching ain't for me.
Okay.
So I gave up, but I had a mentor, and I do online marketing. I've been doing online marketing for like 5 years. And he said to me, he said, well, you know all this stuff. You know how to drive traffic. You know how to make money. Why don't you package up your brain?
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
like, wow, okay. Then, all right, so he showed me. And this was in 2004, and then about 2016 is when I really started gaining more confidence to do it. So in the last about 3 years, I got 500 students online, anywhere from ages
500?
18. Yeah, anywhere from 18 to, let's say, about 55, 60, years old.
Really?
And they all find me on social media, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram. And all I do is provide service, right? So I teach people how to sell on Amazon, teach people how to build their business, build their brand, build confidence. A lot of women struggle,
with that.
With the confidence piece. So, when women see me, and they're like, listen, sis,
right,
if you can do this,
right, why can't I?
Right, why can't I do it? Just show me the way. Right. So I tell people, I got the boat. Yeah. I got the way. You either gonna come on my way, or you gonna stay with your boss who's starving you right now.
That's right.
Right. So
working for someone else is you're only gonna get but so much.
Well, here's the thing. It's a risk to just depend on one income. What's happening right now with the 800,000 people who can't even get paid?
I know. Right.
One income is never enough for no one.
Right.
When your income goes, what happened? Your house go, car
everything.
go.
Right.
So you cannot put your family in that position. I love my family. So I would never put them in that position to be lost.
Right. I love that.
And this is what I help people do to open up their mind and turn light bulbs on. That's what I say. Let's turn these lights on.
Exactly. So, okay. So let me ask you this. A person is, they have a 9 to 5. They're looking to do something to increase their, money coming in. So they want to start a business. How does a person decide what business they might want to start? They know they want to start a business, but they don't know what they want to do. How do you guide them? What advice can you give them?
Well, how it works is, of course, you have to have some type of desire to say, I want to be my own boss. I want to do my own thing.
Is that the first step?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to want it.
Right.
Because I'm not here to convince nobody. I'm in the changing lives business, not the convincing business, right? So once you make that decision and say, you know what, I want more. I don't want to just depend on this one paycheck. But what do I got to do, and what does that look like? So what happens is people go online searching work from home, how to make money, how to build a business, and I show up. So now what happens is they start to follow me, right? And they start watching me and watching me and watching me, and I keep showing up. So, of course, now I'm convincing them that I'm the one. Because every time I'm in their emails, I'm in their news feed, so they showing up, and they showing up, and I'm just like, wow, so I need to deal with this lady. So they either join me in one of my businesses, whatever they feel, whether it's, a low ticket or a high ticket, whatever they feel like, they can do. And then they get involved. And then I help them. Now, is everybody serious? I wish everybody was.
No,
not necessarily. Some people just feel like, oh, I got to do something. Some people just pay me just to follow me, for real. Right, but then there's people that literally I've helped make $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 part time. Right, and they found me on YouTube.
Right. So should a person, because we all have a skill set, we all are good at something. You're good at what you do, and with social media and things like that, drawing people in. So if a person wants to start a business, should they look at their talents, or where the money is, or a combination of both?
Well, you got to look at recession proof.
Yeah.
What's
no
recession
matter
proof?
what. If it's your passion or not.
E-commerce is recession proof.
Right.
Everybody shops online every second. So you got to say, okay, do I want to get some of this money? Or you can just do what you're passionate about. But remember, your passion don't come with a paycheck right away.
It doesn't. Right. So, absolutely.
So you can keep working your passion. It could take 5 years, or just get on this e-commerce train and say, "Oh, let me make an extra $100,000 first, then let me start living out my passion." Right? That's how it works.
Because you'll have the resources to be able to probably do that. Right.
Right. See, business is only a vehicle, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And then money's only a tool to now help you do what you want to do. We all have a purpose. We all have a purpose. It's just that 99.9% of people don't know what it is. Right. And then I help them with that too, because it's like, okay, what have you always wanted to do? People be asking me, like, I don't even know you. You found me on YouTube. I don't know you. You calling me. What do you have? What have you always wanted to do in your life?
Right.
And then they tell me.
From there.
Right. And then they tell me, and then I help them open up their mind. They're like, wow, that's true. Tanisha, I can do that. I can help women with domestic violence. I can help, single men. I can help. And then now they start getting all these ideas. And guess what? They never forget me because now I done bust their cherry.
Exactly.
I done opened up their mind to a whole other thing.
Right. So you also have a nonprofit.
Right. So I want to do nonprofit for girls. So I feel like, it's just too much junk in the world.
Right.
These little girls following nobody. They don't have no direction. It's too much.
Right.
It's really, really too much. So I feel like, I want to have a nonprofit that helps little girls become women for real.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Real women,
When do you have... You do a lot.
I do.
How do you manage your
Everybody
time?
says,
Are you up like all the time? Like what?
People think I'm up all the time, but I'm not. I get sleep. I go to sleep. I get sleep.
How do you balance that?
Well, what I love about what I do is I can automate this.
Yeah.
So I have systems online, right? Just like the government have a whole system.
Right.
I have systems.
Right.
Just like right now I'm doing this show, there's people
but you're
right
still
now.
making money.
Right.
Right.
Again, so I have people right now looking at my website, giving me their information.
That's right.
So it's really a system,
it's
and I love the system because I can travel across the world wherever I feel like going any day, anytime, and still make money.
Right.
So, that's really what it, boils down to. Systems.
Now, your social media is a big thing, right? It's how do you use that to increase your influence? Like, if you give somebody a tip about using social media, what is a tip that you can give them to help increase the awareness of who they are or what they're doing, or what
start studying the market. Start studying who your market is.
Yeah.
Who is your market? Who do you want to target? I was just talking to one of my new clients today, and I told him, I said, who is your market? Who do you want to have your products and or services?
Right.
So you can't have everybody.
That's right.
I don't want everybody getting my stuff. Who do you want to serve?
Right.
Once you know that, now you can hone in on your message. Now you can hone in on your brand, and then now you can expand. Right? Because now you are talking to a specific person. My market is women ages 20 to 55. So every time I'm doing content, women ages 20 to 55, 90% of my market and my students and clients and all that is women.
Right.
I know what I'm saying. So when I'm talking, I'm saying women's stuff.
Women's stuff.
Right. So it's touching their heart. It's making them cry. It's making them think. It's like, wow, this lady's talking to me. She don't even know me.
Right. Because that's your market. And
you
know it.
Right. So there's no real competition when you know what you're doing. That's it. That's it. So I just tell people, find your niche and get rich.
Right. Find your niche and get rich. I like that.
Period.
I'm going to use that.
Yeah. Good. Right. You find your niche and get rich. That's how it goes.
Right. So tell us about your tea, because you were on Tanisha. Tanisha is going to be a host here.
That's right.
On Strong Island Television. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. Right. But let's talk about the tea.
Right. So I love my tea. Yep. So I've been doing my tea. Here go my tea, right? So I've been doing my tea for like 4 years. They sent me emails saying congratulations. So this tea is a game changer, right? So my clients call me Dr. Money, right? Because I help more people go to the bathroom than doctors do, for real. This tea right here will change your life. It's no lie.
Okay.
This will change your life. If you have never did a detox,
right?
Okay? Yeah. Which everybody from babies need to do a detox. If you never did one, you need to do a detox. You need to get rid of slugs, okay? You need to get rid of the toxins, right? Fatigue, constipation. I mean, I could list a whole bunch of stuff that people have, and it's simply because they do not detox.
Okay.
You got to detox. You want to live? Detox.
Get all that out.
All these diseases is in our colon.
Right.
And this helps you to get rid of that stuff that's inside of your colon.
Okay.
So most people lose 5 pounds in 5 days with this tea.
Okay.
Because of the colon junk that's inside.
Wow.
And then you go to the bathroom and you feel better.
So how does the tea work? When do you drink it? How much do you drink?
Well, so we have an instant tea and we have a boiling tea. So the boiling tea you will leave in your refrigerator. You make a gallon and you leave in your refrigerator and you will drink it twice a day for 7 days or 10 days, right? And you either drink it after breakfast, after lunch, after dinner, however you feel. I usually tell people, if you have a job, don't do it on the job because you do not want to be running to the bathroom, right? So do it at home, when you're home, after dinner, dinner, just drink 16 ounces.
Okay.
Let it work while you're sleeping.
While you sleep. Okay.
And in the morning, like I was telling your husband, go release.
Okay. Did he buy some?
Well, I gave him two. Okay. I gave him a sample. I gave him a sample to drink some. I gave him a sample to drink some, but I feel like everyone needs this tea.
Right.
Okay? Because at the end of the day, if you want to live a healthy life, you know how many people go to the gym for 20 years and they still 500 pounds? You need, I'm telling you, it's the colon. I'm telling you, it's the colon. People say they want to lose their stomach. This going to do it.
Right.
Hey, I lost over 100 pounds in 3 years just drinking this tea.
Wow.
I love it. Right?
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Okay. I like that. I like that. So Tanisha, let's tell everybody about your new show that's going to be here on Strong Island Television.
I'm excited.
We're excited to have you.
My show, I did the first recording yesterday. So it's called Financially Lit
Oh, you
TV.
recorded a show already? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's called Financially Lit TV. And what my goal is to help people turn on light bulbs. Like I said, turn these light bulbs on, right? To help them understand that if you keep trading hours for dollars, you're gonna die.
Right.
That's the point, right? It's like we learned how to just trade hours for dollars. I have people on my team who can't retire because they don't have enough money.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm helping them understand that you got to create these systems, right? That's going to bring you in money. Whether you're doing e-commerce, whether you're doing a multi-level market, you need residual income.
Exactly.
Right? You need to income shift. You need to shift your money, right? Because people do have money, they just don't know what to do with it.
I agree with you.
They don't know what to do with it.
I agree.
So they buy a whole bunch of bags and they doing this and they going here, they don't know what to do with their money. And then when you're 55, it's like, well, hold up. What happened? What happened with my money? Right. So I help people understand that you can create your own. Right. You can have money working for you. You can make money while you are sleeping.
Right. And that's what you want to do.
Right. We didn't learn that in school.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
I teach people.
On this show, you're going to teach people some of those little nuggets that you've
I started already. So I do something called the cash flow quadrant. So I show people where they are and where you need to be at. How to lower your taxes is the biggest thing. Taxes is the biggest expense. Big businesses are the biggest expense. People think it's their mortgage and insurance and all that. Taxes, baby. Taxes rape. You trust me, okay? So taxes and big business. We got Christmas and all these other holidays.
Right.
People go broke around these holidays.
Yes,
and they can't pay it back.
Right.
So if you understand that, then you will start to have more money. I ain't buy nobody nothing for Christmas. I ain't buy my husband nothing for Valentine's Day. Forget all that. Easter, all that. Forget all that. Because it's only designed to keep you broke. I'm not interested in being broke.
That's true.
So
where can people see, like, how can they see the show? Like, when is it going to be released? When can they see it?
So it's going to be next week. I think it's going to be next week. It's going to be on this station. And you guys can watch it, share it, come get some information, come with your pen and paper. I'm a teacher, right? So I want you to come take notes, right? Because I'm giving you strategies that you can actually use right away and start to apply.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So tell people how they can get in touch with you. They're going to watch the show, definitely.
Right.
And also, I want to make sure that they can reach out to you and contact you. So we're going to show you contact information.
Right. So, yeah, definitely follow me on Instagram at Coach Tanisha Marie. And then follow me on Facebook at Tanisha Agile. And then I have a website called jointanishamarie.com, and you'll get all my information. If you want to understand Amazon, if you're interested in starting your own business, if you're interested in credit, whatever you're into or want to get into around your finances, go to jointanishamarie.com.
All right. Well, Tanisha, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. I mean, just the little nuggets that you drop, fabulous. I love it. Your show's going to be, what is it called? Lit, right?
Yeah, it's called Financially Lit TV. Yeah, Financially Lit TV. That's the name of it.
So.